Hello everyone! I got a request that I should make a video about owning a Japanese Spitz puppy. So I thought to myself, what is the most important things to know? And I just kept writing down more and more information about the things I want to share with you guys. But I am going to begin with a brief history of the Japanese Spitz breed. So the breed was developed in Japan in the 1920s and 30s, and there are many stories about what types of Spitzes that were bred in Japan to create this white fluffy being with dark eyes and dark nose and paws. So I'm not going to go into detail about what type of Spitzes there were because many different sites tell different stories. However, the breed was bred to be a companion dog and also a bit of a guarding dog. It will bark easily. However, if you train it well in the beginning and teach them not to do that, it is not going to be a problem. If you read about the Japanese Spitz, it will say that it is prone to barking. However, it is not supposed to be prone to barking. So yeah, I guess people say different that way. The best things about owning a Japanese Spitz puppy is that we have experienced that she is very friendly. She is very friendly when you feed her, when you have the chew toys and everything. She never growls. She's not bothered at all that your hands could be in the way of her toys or in the way of her food. So she is not guarding her food at all. Which is very pleasant. And the only times she kind of barks is when she is very excited, or sometimes when she wants attention and she feels that something is unfair. Let's say sometimes we eat in the sofa. Let's say I'm eating a sandwich in the sofa and she sits next to me and she feels that she should have some, and she might bark once or twice. And if I let her know that, no, this is not for you, she will just lay down eventually. So what they say about the Japanese Spitz so far on different sites is also what we have experienced with Tira. So Tira is a very lovely little girl. She is affectionate and kind, and she just loves to play. And they say that Japanese Spitzes love to play. They get zoomies very easily, and they are very goofy, like little clowns, I think. If you're planning to get a puppy or Japanese Spitz puppy, I will tell you a few things that are very important to think about. It is good to buy sort of a playpen for them. We have this. This is it's a crib, I would say. So I put a little note, Tira's crib. We only used this in the beginning. We used it for about the first week or so. She slept in there, and when it was daytime, she was here in the living room, and she could be inside it, she could be outside. When we felt that she was about to pee or something, we would close the door and put her inside and tell her go pee. Even if we knew that she didn't know the word pee, but she pretty quickly learned that she should use this. It is a foxgrass pee pad. It is a very smart thing, and you can just rinse it out in the shower or in your bathroom, and she will continue to use this one. Some people use pee pads, that is great too, or newspapers, but we wanted her to feel the texture of, let's say, outside or grass, the rough texture, so she wouldn't think that that's the same as carpets, and she pretty quickly learned that that's the place she should pee on. I would also recommend to buy a puppy leash. In the beginning, we used a harness because we thought that a harness is not as rough as collar or stuff like that. But with the harness, she didn't really feel where we were going. Let's say we wanted her to follow us this direction, and we couldn't redirect her or get in contact with her through the leash. Anyway, according to Cesar Milan, a puppy leash is much better. I will show it to you. So this is a puppy leash. This is what she has around her neck. And as you can see, it can go all the way here. You can change this, and you can change this and make it bigger or smaller. And so when we put this on, she puts her head through. And when we are outside walking, we make sure that it always hangs like very loose. But if we want to have contact with her, or if she pulls, it will be a little bit tighter. Not to strangle her, of course, but just to make her feel that, okay, something is going on, or just I should pull my head up. And it's very good if she keeps, if she gets stuck sniffing, or just you cannot get in contact with her with words. You can just do a little bit like doot doot to make her head go a little bit up, and she is easier to get in contact with. So it's very smart, and there are reflexes on this as well. She has chewed on this. It is very smart to make a schedule for your puppy in the beginning, because in the beginning, when you're not used to the rhythm with a puppy, it is very smart to have something to look at if you forget. This is what worked for us, so I'm gonna tell you. So in the morning, I wake up 6:30 and she goes out to poop. She always does that. So we have learned that 6:30 she needs to poop. And then we go back to bed, and she is very tired too. So we sleep until 9 o'clock. And when the alarm goes off 9 o'clock, we go up and I feed her. So around 9, I feed her breakfast. And then we play. Around 10 or 11, we go outside again. Then we come back inside and we play or train, or she needs to sleep again. And around 2 o'clock, we feed her lunch. And then around 2 o'clock, we go for the third walk. Around 6, we go outside again. And around 8, we feed her dinner. Then we go for the last walk around 9, 10. And around 10, we go to bed, 10 or half 11. Between 12 and 2 at night, she needs to go out again. So lots of walks outside, and in between those times when we go outside, she pees inside on her pad, because puppies cannot hold a bladder, so they need to pee very frequently. There are some pages that say like after playtime, before lunch, before after lunch, after and before stay asleep, but you can't walk outside all the time, you know. But when she was around 8 or 9 weeks, we were outside constantly, just to teach her that here in the grass is where you poop and pee. So now she figured that she did it quite fast. She felt that she wanted to poop and pee outside, and we walked to the same spot all the time. So we always know that if we put it here, she's just gonna walk that way, pee there, walk this way, and poo there. So after these weeks, we have walked to different places and she can pee and poop there, but she prefers to pee and poo on the same spot as in the beginning. And if you're getting a puppy, make sure to have different types of toys and different types of chew toys, because the puppy is teething, right? So it itches a lot for them. So they need to chew on something all the time. If you don't teach them to chew on these things, they will begin to chew on other things, like your shoes. This is a chew toy that we have. It is a bone. I think it's made out of vegetables or something. It's not made of meat, and she utterly loves this. This is like the third one we have bought for her. In the beginning, this one took a week for her, and we help her to, you know, hold it still, and we can hold it like this, and she bites a lot. You can also give them carrots. We did give her a nylabone. We read about nylabone a lot. Some people love them, some people say that they are super dangerous, and that some puppies have actually, I think, died because they ate nylabone. Nylabone is made out of plastic. But we wanted to try under supervision. We held the nylabone next to her, and she bit it a lot, but we noticed quite fast, like 5 minutes in, that lots of small little pieces of plastic were beginning to, you know, come off, and it didn't look good. I was like, if she continues to bite this for like 5 more minutes, she's gonna swallow plastic, and I don't want plastic in her little tummy. This is also something that we bought. It's from Kong, I believe, Kong, the brand Kong. She likes this, like that. But sometimes she bites, and it can help the itching, I think. You can also buy some treats that are made to help. You give them like once or twice per day, and they're a bit minty, like squares of little pieces of mint, I don't know, but they chew on it, and the minty experience is gonna like help the itching. And then we have different toys. Of course, we have balls. We have this one, but it sounds a lot. Yeah, and she can go crazy with this. This is one of her favorites. We call it goyan, which is like slang for parrot. It has these pieces to chew on or hang on to while we'll play with her. She utterly loves this. Hi! Hi! Oh, you wanna play? Ooh. This is her. And she's pretty tired, but as soon as she hears the parrot sounds, she wants to bite it. Yes? Hello. She's very calm right now. Aren't you? Aren't you? Yes. And if she's not biting on chew toys or whatever, she will bite on our hands. So you need to teach them pretty fast not to bite on your hands, but they are obviously gonna bite on you a lot or attack your face. It depends on also how you play with them. Never play with them like because they're gonna be like, oh, the hands are chewing toys, I wanna bite them, you know. So don't do that. I would advise you to be very calm with your puppy, because their energy level is gonna adapt to your energy level. So sometimes, of course, you can be like, yay, la 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 la, but you're teaching your puppy what level of excitement they should be at. So yeah, they're gonna adapt to who you are. I'm gonna show you guys the other favorites that she has. These ones. She loves these long animal things because she just bites them a lot and holds on to them. Tara's personality is very sweet, and she's very observant, so she watches you all the time what you're doing. She is also a very fast learner. You gotta be quick about teaching her behavior you're looking for and what kind of behavior that you do not like. I would say that Japanese Spitzes are very soft in how they learn. You do not have to be harsh when teaching them things. Let's say she's not supposed to do something. You do like or tsk, or something like that, and she listens. Never hit your dog. Never hurt them in any way. Use your body language, your tone, and if you need to get their attention, let's say you're outside and it's like in a bit of a dangerous situation and you quickly need to get their attention, you can like tap them like that, like you would do a friend, like, hey, listen to me, but do not hurt them. And show affection a lot. You can give her treats or him treats when they're being good, and they will adapt in that way. One thing that we learned from the start is what kind of body language she has when she needs to pee or poo. And we often have her on the sofa because she loves to be there and sleep there. And she will show you when she needs to go. She will walk to the edge of the sofa and just look down. And we ask her, do you need to pee? And if she just stands there and look at you, it means yes. And you just put her down and she walks straight to her pee pad and do her thing. Or she will go and drink and then pee. She has a little routine. Commandos or tricks that are very useful to begin with your puppy is to teach them to sit, to wait, and to come. That's very important. But something that we noticed was very good that we taught her in the beginning is leave it. Because when you're outside and you have your puppy, you notice how much trash people throw on the ground, like cigarettes or plastic or whatever. And also lots of dog poo that people do not pick up. And you don't want your puppy to eat either of these. And if you teach them very fast in the beginning, leave it, and then you give a treat when they leave it, they will learn that these things are not for eating and I will get a treat when I listen to them. It's a reward experience of not doing what I'm about to do. There are also many things that your dog cannot eat. Some things that I learned was like, whoa, I didn't know dogs couldn't eat this. It's the same for cats. I'm very used to having cats. There are quite similar things that they cannot eat, but you should really look up what your dogs cannot eat. And different pages say different things, so look up few of them, you get all the things covered. Because you do not want your dog to have diarrhea or puke or die, you know, just because you had no idea. There are also different types of houseplants that can be poisonous to your dog, so you should look up that too. There are also lots of toys and lots of treats that are poisonous or dangerous for your dog to eat. Some things are quite fine to let your dog eat, but under supervision. Some chew toys or some bones or animal meat or whatever that are dried can actually break into pieces and cut your dog inside, and you don't want that. And there are also these bones that are from China. Never buy anything from China because there are lots of bad products in them, and there are lots of pages that you can read about the ingredients. One thing I'm talking about is rawhide. They're made out of glue, and some of them are not even organic material, you know? You don't know what's happening to them, and it's like glue to their stomach, and oh my god, I can't believe they sell them. And also dried chicken. Perhaps you can dry chicken at home, but I have read lots of things about dogs that eat dried chicken. Some of these dried chicken are also from China, and it can cause the kidneys to fail in your dog, and you don't want that. Since I was a cat person in the beginning, the main difference of raising a kitten versus raising a puppy is that when you raise a kitten, you just have to be very gentle and let them get used to you and play with them pretty calm and nice, and they will grow into loving you very, very much and be very cuddly if you are persistent but give them space, right? Versus a puppy, you should also be calm, but you should have a different type of focus on your energy. This is something that I don't think many people know, but animals, they speak with body language also and energies, and your dog feels that. So if you feel confident, they are more likely to respect you, I believe. But you should also have lots of patience, because your puppy can do lots of different things that you don't want, and just have patience and have boundaries and show them almost all the time what they shouldn't do and what they should do, and just be persistent and kind and firm. Alright, so the top and lows about having a puppy. I'm gonna begin with the lows. Not much free time, I'm afraid. I'm happy that we are a couple having a puppy. because I don't think I would have the energy to do this on my own. I need to sleep a lot, because if not, my energy would be so low. But nevertheless, you're gonna be tired. You need to be not on your guard, but when like the 2-3 first weeks, you learn a lot about who your puppy is, and it is important that you watch over them like 24/7. Yes, basically, a puppy takes a lot of time. And sometimes you might worry if you're doing everything right or if you're just doing everything wrong. But it's a process, and just trust and follow your heart and do your best. It's gonna work out well. The top things about owning a puppy are the love you get and the cuddles you get, because that's amazing. And you keep getting this endorphins and dopamine releases from your brain because you're just bonding with them, and it's an amazing experience. And you're never alone. It's like having a little friend with you, because it is, and you're with each other all the time. It is amazing. And before you getting a puppy, a Japanese Spitz puppy, make sure that you find a very good breeder or a good kennel that tests their dogs. Before getting a Japanese Spitz puppy, make sure that you find a very good breeder that really care about the health of their animals and the temperament of the animals. And make sure that they have tested the parents of the puppies for patellar luxation, which is a kneecap sickness. And also some of them are prone to have runny eyes. So the parents should have been checked by the veterinary so that your puppy won't have any problems with their eyes. Yes, it's very important. It is also important that the parents of the puppies have a temperament that's like calm and strong and healthy, because you want your puppy to have the best chances of being healthy and just happy. A happy dog. Yes, you're a happy dog. Ah. Say goodbye. No, I love you. I love you. I love you. I love you. Do.